Hi, I wasn't going to trade today, but I picked up your message, Sir Chris, and I am going to carry on. And for those of you who don't know what that means, let's roll the intro and we'll find out. Hi, welcome to the channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Langers and I am the overgrown child that is the Scruffy trader. And why am I overgrown child? Well, these might give you a little clue. Need my toys, because I have a lot of time when I'm waiting for trades to play out and also waiting for a trade to come into play. And today, hold on, talking of somebody coming to play. Hello, my love, is this for me?
It is.
Did you see that there? See how she leaned right in? She always wants to be star this show, doesn't you? Sorry.
See, I made you coffee.
It's very good here. I didn't ask. Why did you make me?
Well, you're doing the good deed for the day, aren't you?
I am doing a good deed today. I am.
Helping the heroes.
Helping the heroes. Because today is the 11th of September, or 9/11 for the guys over in the US. Everything that I've traded today, I'm putting into two charities. One is Help the Heroes and the other one is SAPA. It's another army related and military forces charity here in the UK. And the reason that I do it is, one, it's a nice thing to do, and secondly, I have a personal connection with the military, i.e. my son. He was a Scotch guard, and that picture of him looking like a little doll in a box is him guarding the Tower of London. So every once in a while I do this sort of thing. When I had my business many moons ago, I still supported the forces simply because my brother-in-law was in the same regiment for 25 years. It's just one of these things, and I have a nephew who was on the HMS Illustrious, and it's just one of those things. If you have a personal connection to it, that's what you do. As I do with St Cuthbert's charity in the northeast that looked after my mother. It's just little things like that. And what I've been doing this week, for anybody who follows the channel, and if this video doesn't make a lot of sense, go back a few days and you'll see if some of the videos I've been doing about the DAX. I've been trading it all week, and it's a simple strategy for early morning, and it's basically part of a rotation strategy that the DAX does quite a lot, because if you see it, it'll spike up, it'll spike down, it'll spike up, and because of the movement that's within the DAX, you can get some good gains, but you've got to be very box clever with it. And you'll see that I'll open a trade and I'll immediately close it down as well, because you've got to treat it with a lot of respect, and you're basically trying to catch a wave. But if that wave's moving the opposite direction, get out. And that's what I do, you know, and you're hopefully trying to catch that perfect wave and glide it in. It's very difficult to do, but if you're in front of the screen, you can do it. But it's also a good strategy where you can set and forget and get a decent return from it as well, by just waiting for the initial pulse. And this is what I've been doing all week. Today, slightly different, because I just literally wanted to be in and out, scalp, and try and get a little bit of money that I'm going to donate. And that's what I've been doing this morning. So I'll play you the video of the trade, and then I'll come back to you. that was that, guys. 351 quid in little under an hour. And that was me just literally watching the market on a short time frame. The bias came from the higher time frames, as always, and just carving off quickly, in, out, very, very quick. And each time you saw me shut the trade down, I had another one on the bottom side of the candle. And the idea of that extra one is, if it is going that way, and it is away from me because today's preference was short, it isn't going to take me with it. It's going to leave me behind. And that keeps the account pretty safe. But if it turns round and slams in, the idea is it's going to slam, take you down to 30, 40 quid, get out. Simple as that. And leave one in the wings for that big wave that I was talking about. So you initially come in at the top and you're stacking your orders underneath, so you go boom, 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 in the hope that'll pay you. But as it moves back, you kill them off. Just because it's early morning, you're trading the pre-markets of the London Cash Open, so that's between sort of 6 in the morning and 8 o'clock, so it's like a 2-hour window. I normally start about 7 in the morning, just so I can get a gauge of what's going on in the first half hour and then look to trade. And also the reason why I do it that way is at 7 AM the spreads tighten, so it makes it a little bit easier to trade, because before 7 AM the spreads widen out and it becomes a little bit more difficult. So that's something to take away from this video. Keep an eye on the spreads of the brokers, because they do change depending on the time of day. And when the cash opens are on, there's a lot of money flow flying in and out of the banks, so the spreads tighten up. And on some markets, Euro USD for argument's sake, the spread can be down to 0.6. It's nothing, you know, it's dead easy to trade that. But if you try trading it on a Sunday night, as some people try to, that spread can widen out to 28. So it has to move 28 pips before you've actually made any profit at all. Well, on a night time, the ATR for that, the average true range on an hour, might be 10-15 pips. So you automatically have to wait a couple of hours, and that's assuming it is going in a single direction, before you get into your trade. And for me, that's a little bit too much. I prefer to have the odds stacked in my favor, and that's what today was all about. It was a little bit of scalping, a little bit of a push down momentum strategy, if you want to call it that, and patience, guys, ultimately, as all trading is. If you're interested in seeing it, I have the full rules in the Scruffy squad. You'll find links for it in the comments, etc. But also I'll be interested to see what your strategies are, or your ideas of momentum trading, and happily talk to you in the comments. It's great to see other guys' take on the way that the markets work. Superb, you know. For me, I'm mainly zone to zone and momentum. That is how I trade mostly. But through the years, you get to recognize different market conditions, and you have little tools in your little trading tool bag, and you see the certain conditions and you pull out the right tool for the right job. Okay, but if there is one trading tool you need, it is patience. Just because you open a screen doesn't mean to say you have to trade. Okay, so it's been a good day. Anybody who's generous enough to put into the coffee fund today, it is going to help the heroes in Safa, as is all the profits that I've made today. Okay, so for all of us, that are in the UK, we will be tipping our hat and doing a very special salute to all of the patrons of the USA on this sad day. But in some ways, don't look at it as a sad day. Look at it as a celebration of unity, because you guys pulled together in a time of need, and that is a good example to the world, and we need that, certainly at this moment in time with the way the world is. So definite salute to all of you. Okay, so I wish you all well, good health and a good weekend. I've had a spectacular week, so I'm going to have a good weekend off. Might even have a few days off next week as well, and live life to the fullest, because we're only here once. And remember guys, do what you love and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.